Sorry, the cook just came through.
I thought so.
Om Pratasmarami Gridi Samspuradaatma Satchit Sukham Paramahamsa Gatin Turiyam Yat Swapna Jagara Shushuptamaveti Nityam Tat Brahma Nishkalamaham Nacha Bhuta Sangraha. Okay, we'll chant. '51. Verse 51. Verse 50 we covered last time. Allegory of Ramayana. Verse 51. We'll chant.
So it's not clear and loud.
Okay. I will just share it.
बाह्यानित्यसुखासक्तिम् हित्वात्मसुखनिर्वृतः घटस्थदीपवत्स्वस्थः स्वान्तरेव प्रकाशते बाह्यानित्यसुखासक्तिम् हित्वात्मसुखनिर्वृतः घटस्थदीपवत्स्वस्थः स्वान्तरेव प्रकाशते
Swantaha, meaning inwardly. Eva alone shines. Prakashata. Like Ghatastha, like a light in a jar. Who is that person? He who has, having relinquished attachment, having given up attachment to what? To transitory. What does transitory mean? What does transitory mean?
Fleeting.
Fleeting. So
Impermanent things.
impermanent. So having relinquished, given up what? Attachment. Attachment to what? To transitory, very important. Transitory external joys. Huh? The one O is capital. Contented with the bliss of Atman, shines within like a jar, like a light placed in a jar. So light, see, many a times they give an example of a light like a candle, like a deepa. So what's the difference between a light placed in a jar and a deepam? What's the immediate difference that you see?
The jar is covered and that is open.
So like sometimes they equate the self-realized soul as a deepam, sometimes like a light in a jar. Here, light in a jar. So different context. This the first context, deepam, is wherever he illumines, his knowledge is like the illuminator. And everybody or anybody who gets in contact with him gets illuminated. Right? Knowledge is given the allegory of deepam. It spreads, it shines. But here, within is the important thing. The inner jar, you put a light, it doesn't glow everything else. It glows within. So one of the things you can gather from it is a knowledge that doesn't come from outside, right? It's not that he has Vedantic knowledge and hence he's self-realized. He has an inward knowledge, which is called Vedanta. His knowledge is from his own. Though he has gathered from him outside, but his knowledge is from within. It's an intuitive understanding of life. It's not a textbook knowledge that we have right now. This is Atman, this is self. He has an intuitive understanding. In other words, he has wisdom, we have knowledge. We have knowledge that everything is self, everything is Brahman, I am Brahman, this is Brahman, that is Brahman. Life is like this, like he understands. He realizes that. You cannot off-put him in any concept. He understands within. It's experiential knowledge. So, so what does he do? A person like that relinquishes attachment. Now, this is an important thing because relinquishment means giving up. Kind of misunderstood, yeah, because one cannot just give up things. Many people tell you, give up this, give up that. Your mind has no capacity to give up things that it values. It cannot do that. It is not possible. You cannot ask the child to give up toys. No sane person will do that, right? No reasoning adult would kind of talk to a child and then say, hey, what's in the toys? Take this amount of money. When you give him that money, what is the child thinking?
The child thinks as a toy.
Let's say it is money. he understands it's money. Then what is the child thinking now?
He'll think of buying something or telling the adult, I want this from that money.
He's still thinking of toys. Even though you explained to him
Yeah.
money, he would think of, okay, money से मैं क्या करूंगा? कितने toys खरीदूंगा? Or he may think money is a toy. So any sane adult will never tell, give up. Go to Kashi, give up this. Go to Vatican, give up that. Nobody, no sane person will tell you, don't do this. In spirituality, you got to be like this. Don't do that. Would you ever tell a kid? No. Similarly, a master will never tell. This is very fundamental because many people will tell you to give up stuff. It is not possible. So what is relinquishment here means? You are giving up attachment to an object, but not the pleasure of the object. What does it mean?
So please repeat again.
You are giving up the attachment, but not the pleasure.
Does that mean that when you get the object, you enjoy the pleasure? It's not that you are not, you may give up attachment to it. Like, for instance, if I am attached to coffee, I will not give up attachment to coffee. I will give up attachment to coffee, but if and when I get it, I will enjoy it.
Right. So what does giving up attachment to coffee mean then? Correct. What
You're
you
not a slave to it.
Huh?
You're not a slave. You're not a slave to it.
Huh.
You're not a slave to a cup of coffee.
Right. I know.
मिला तो ठीक है.
Huh?
मिला तो ठीक है, नहीं मिला so it's okay.
So in India, morning when you get up, chai. You all need chai. Chai banao. Afternoon, chai. After getting up in the evening, chai. Some people even drink chai and sleep. And if they don't have chai, they get headache. They get irritated. You see them, right? I mean, I know many people, chai fanatics, and they know and they make the best chais. The people who like the chai, right, they make the best chais. Adrak wali chai. So yeah, that is what it means. If it's not there, it shouldn't matter. If it's there, you understand it's valid. But also, what is he saying? Having relinquished attachment to transitory external joys. So this man has an understanding that everything that he contacts is temporary, and hence it doesn't interest him more than what it interests right now. He enjoys it, but it doesn't make him go mad because there is an internal understanding that इसका इतना ही लिमिटेशन है मुझे satisfy करने के लिए. How do you explain this? How do you explain this? Anybody? See, transitory joy means it's an understanding, right? What is the understanding? Transitory joy means?
Like when you see a child on the road, I mean, you are not related to the child, but the sight of the child, you start playing with it and you get pleasure out of the child. But the child doesn't belong to you, it moves forward. And you also then, after some time, you forget the child. So the enjoyment is only for a short while.
What are you thinking then? Or are you think it's just a event that happened? What is it? It's just an event that happened that you understand this is an event? Or is there an internal understanding? Example is right. What is happening in his head is
There's no attachment. There's no attachment to any incident or person or object. It's detachment.
right. So what does he feel?
So if the pleasure is acquired with the sense organs, it is okay if it is there. But if it is not there, there is no requirement of it.
That is
Means
It
we
is
are
detachment.
not
like
slaves.
That is
We are not
detachment.
slaves. We are not addicted.
That's correct. What does transitory joy mean? That is correct.
Transitory.
What you're saying is correct independently because it's detached. What is a transitory joy mean? See, what does he say here?
No idea.
Having relinquished attachment to transitory external joys.
Transitory is that which is not permanent, it passes
Okay.
on.
What is he feeling? What is his understanding? How would you?
It comes and goes.
That's true. That I understand what you're saying. That is, it's not debatable at all. It's correct. Transitory means it's temporary. I want you to visualize from your own experience if you ever had a understanding of this is a transitory joy, and I want you to explain that to me. You see what I'm saying?
it's like I'm hungry and I'm sitting to eat. So before that, I was only thinking of food when I was hungry. And when I got the food, I had it, it was enough, and I moved the plate away. So it like I needed it because obviously the body required it. So I relished and I had it. And after that, even if you give me something what I like, I will not take because I am satisfied with for the time being.
That is desire satisfied. उसमें आपका अंडरस्टैंडिंग क्या है ट्रांजिटरी जॉय का क्या कॉन्सेप्ट है उधर व्हाट यू आर सेइंग इज आई गॉट फूड आई एट आई एम सेटिस्फाइड ठीक है ऑब्वियसली राइट दैट्स ट्रू ही इज सेइंग हैविंग रिलिंक्विश्ड अटैचमेंट टू ट्रांजिटरी जॉयज he has in your life you must have done certain things where certain fascinating things didn't fascinate you because of understanding not because it was not achievable. Certain things were fascinating enough, but it didn't. Yeah.
About myself,
Say that again. Sorry, it got disconnected. Say that.
because when you hear people are traveling here, so you know that it is
Sorry. 1 second.
uh
1 second.
yeah.
Okay. Please say that again because I got so much, there's a lot of disconnections. Say that again.
No, I said
Hmm.
that I will talk about myself. Like, I do not get fascinated when I hear people are traveling here. They've gone to Japan, they've gone to Indonesia, they've gone anywhere to Kashmir, they've gone to anywhere. Because one is that I've traveled enough, and even if I may not have traveled to the places where they are telling me they are going, but now that satisfaction or that understanding is there कि हर जगह वही पांच तत्व है, that same mountains and that same earth and the same water. So it's not anything fascinating ki the sunrise is different there, the sunset is different there. I mean, I don't know whether I'm talking sense or no, but slightly I felt that I could associate this with what you're asking me.
Hmm. Okay. I'll tell you one, the way Swamiji explains. This understanding is, first of all, there has to be certain conditions. First thing is, a person should have passion for it. Right? Let's say, for example, you want to go out. Second thing is, you have to have the capacity to enjoy. I can't be bedridden, then obviously. So I have the capacity to go. I'm healthy. And I should have the means to go.
True.
I have the means to go. So first, I have the capacity to go. My body is healthy. I have the means to go. And also the passion.
I feel like going.
I feel like going. Then you understand, you think, you say to yourself, hey, I know this is an interesting proposition, but it's the same thing that I did last time. What's the big deal? I will go. It's amazing. But I get the same sunrise in Juhu Beach. Sunrise is sunrise. It's just more water. Your ability to make yourself at ease, where all these factors are there, and you make yourself at ease, saying that big deal. Big deal. It's the same thing. You're not snubbing yourself. See, snubbing is wrong. Where you want to go and you don't, you're forcing yourself. Here is it's an understanding of either by experience or knowledge that this is just temporary. How many times will I do this? Did it really make me happy? Will it make me happy? I doubt it. My experience said no. The knowledge says no. That control over the object is renunciation. Where the passion is under control because you have an understanding that this is not it that I want, and it cannot give me what I want. In fact, nothing can give you what you want. And the problem on top of it is we are not sure what we want. We don't even know what we want.
Because our wants keep changing day by day, minute by minute.
That is what, in and through, we think we want this, we want that, we want that. But in the whole process, we don't even understand what we want. We don't want temporary things. We don't want that. But we don't understand that we don't want temporary things. There are some incidences where you understand that this is with knowledge only it comes. It doesn't come naturally. With knowledge, you understand that this will not give me that. Why am I chasing? It doesn't make sense. All the effort I put for what? It's gonna go. That understanding is vairagyam. Where you're able to smoothly have a control over your passion. It's not an abrasive control. It's a smooth transition. You're in sync with yourself and you transition that. Big deal. अरे यार नहीं है, इसमें नहीं है, ये मुझे देगा नहीं, जो मुझे चाहिए ये देगा नहीं, मैं क्यों टाइम वेस्ट कर रहा हूँ? But if somebody gives it to you now, you'll enjoy. It's not that you don't like it. You'll appreciate that. But in and through that appreciation, you understand. See, this is very sad. Huh? Sometimes I feel that. You know why? Because uh, the way to gain anything is to lose it, right? This is a fact, whether you believe it or not. You want something desperately, it will not come to you.
So you mean to say we have to let loose?
Let go.
Let
Not
go.
loose. Let loose means go all out. Let go. The moment you internally let go, "Arey, chala yaar, aayega to it doesn't really matter to my life." See, this comes from understanding. Right? It doesn't come natural. It never comes naturally. Even with experience, it doesn't come naturally. Only for a thinking mind, it comes. For a person who doesn't think, it never comes. This vairagyam never comes. He may have 100 times more experiences than you, but he will never get vairagyam unless he thinks. So when you think, deal man, I have had like 100 experience like this. I don't know, personal experience. I can't tell you, but you must be also having that. When you give it up, when you have the value, it doesn't come to you, or you don't have the means to acquire it. But when you say, चलेगा ये है वही है, इसका इसका और क्या है, क्या करेगा ये, this is the usefulness of it. I can make do with other things also. What is the one thing that it is giving me? Oh no, no, these 5 6 things. But those 5 6 things come in another thing as well. Can I afford that? Yeah. And even is that useful to your life? Those 5 6 things? Not really. I've survived this in this life without those 5 6 things. I can survive. Um, I think I can survive. I understand I can survive. That happens. Next day, that thing will come, what you wanted. And you say, चलो ठीक है, use करेंगे. You are not excited anymore. But you're not underappreciative of it. Neither do you detest it. You have an equilibrium with that object. It
So
doesn't
this
go over you.
understanding or knowledge does not make us disrespect or disregard the item or the person or the thing.
Yes.
So that is a very big, that is a true understanding.
Right.
I did not, like when it comes to you, you don't hate it.
You don't hate it. You don't undermine it. You don't
Yeah.
disrespect it.
You don't
You
feel
just
extra
understand.
happy either.
Yes. You just understand this is it. हाँ ठीक है तो अच्छा है, नहीं है तो भी मेरे को फर्क नहीं
ठीक
पड़ता,
ही था.
ठीक ही था, ठीक ही था. You are in equilibrium with that. Neither do you have a superiority or inferiority about that. It's interesting. Anything it happens with objects or being in any context. The moment you lose it now, it comes. And there are some incidences when it comes, you start valuing it, again it goes. That means it's a process, you're still evolving. But thanks to the knowledge, your understanding that this is happening to you. Three conditions. You should have a capacity to enjoy. You should have the means to enjoy. The object should be available. The person should be available. And you must have the interest in that. Then you think about, what is this? It's not permanent. It's temporary. Whatever I'm getting from it, it's temporary. That temporariness, when you understand, when you have that samaha with that, then you say, you renounce it. So there is no attachment to it, but you enjoy. It's very difficult to explain this concept. To grow up, not to give up. Right? Vairagyam is to grow up. You don't give it up.
So isn't it psychological if you tell me to give up something, I'll keep thinking about that. How can I give it up if I'm thinking about it? Okay, you tell me don't eat non-veg. For example, if you're instructing me, commanding me and telling me don't eat, so I'll keep thinking about the non-veg.
Yes.
But if it comes from my within with an understanding, then you offer, you eat, you don't eat, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So your mind doesn't register no. Anything which is restriction, it wants.
Yeah, definitely.
So in Ishavasya Upanishad, it says, Ishavasya midagum sarvam yat
Right.
jagatyam jagat thyena tyaktena bhunjita. Not with the kasya. Thyena tyaktena bhunjita. By thyena tyaktena, by giving up bhunjita, enjoy. Life is full of enjoyment only by giving up. It's Margaret kassis vidanam. Why are you coveting others' wealth? That means that relinquishment is not there. Thyena tyaktena bhunjita. By renouncing, you may enjoy. So this concept of renunciation is totally misunderstood in India. That's why the word renounce should not be used. The word vairagyam should be used. Vairagyam.
As it is, English language has got no depth.
Ha. So vairagyam conveys that there is an understanding. Renunciation conveys that to renounce, to give. The word itself is giving up. Giving upness, that giving up. So it's wrong. Vairagyam. Say, you have read the poem, right? Even this shall pass away. Have you all read that poem? By Theodore Tilton? Oh no. I mean, Ashaji must have gone through.
Sir, your voice is not clear.
Oh, is it? Now? How about now?
Better.
So there is a poem called Even This Shall Pass Away. This is a very good example of what renunciation means. Huh? So once in Persia reigned a king who upon his signet ring graved a maxim true and wise, which if held before his eyes, gave him counsel at a glance, fit for every change and chance. Solemn words, and these were they, even they shall pass away. So on his ring, he has engraved something calling, even this shall pass away. He's engraved. So at every change and chance, he looks at that. And that gives him that wisdom. It's a reminder. A maxim means that quotation, a small sentence which gives you certain understanding. Graved a maxim, true and wise. gave him counsel at a glance, fit for every change and chance, solemn words, even this shall pass away. Now, what all he explains in his life. Trains of camels through the sand bought him gems from Samarkand. Fleets of galleys through the seas bought him pearls to match with these. But he counted not his gain, treasures of mine or main. What is wealth, the king would say, even this shall pass away. Mid the revels of his court, at the zenith of his sport, when the palms of all his guests burned with clapping at his jest means he made a joke. He, amid his figs and wines, cried, "O loving friends of mine, pleasure come, but not to stay. Even this shall pass away." Lady fairest ever seen was the bride he crowned his queen. Pillowed on his marriage bed, softly to his soul he said, though no bridegroom ever pressed fairer bosom to his breast, mortal flesh must come to clay, even this shall pass away. Fighting on a furious field, once a javelin pierced his shield. Soldiers with a loud lament bore him bleeding to his tent. Groaning from his tortured side, pain is hard to bear, he cried. But with patience, day by day, he looks at his ring, even this shall pass away. Towering in a public square, 20 cubits in the air, 20 cubits is around 16 feet, 16 feet, rose his statue carved in stone. Then the king, disguised unknown, stood before his sculptured name, musing meekly, what is fame? Fame is but a slow decay, even this shall pass away. Stuck with palsy, sore and old, waiting at the gates of gold, said he with his dying breath, life is done, but what is death? Then in answer to the ring, to the king, fell a sunbeam on his ring, showing by a heavenly ray, even this shall pass away. Theodore Tilton presents the king of Persia as a picture of detachment. The king carved a great maxim on his ring, even this shall pass away. Rooted in the highest value of life, he lived a life of true renunciation. He would not identify